Your first serious Vindaloo. The joy of watching your team lift the cup at Wembley. And that first sweet kiss. Yes, certain things in life have to be experienced to be believed, like your first drive in a pristine, brand new example of the car of your dreams. Hi, I'm Chris Goffey, and I suppose it's no exaggeration to say cars have been my life. I've been writing and talking about them for the last 30 years. And during that time, I've driven literally hundreds of brand new cars, and yet every time you drive a new one, it's still a special experience. So here I am today outside my local Volkswagen dealer, about to take yet another test drive. Now, does the very idea of walking into a dealership and asking for a test drive make you feel uncomfortable? You're certainly not alone in that feeling. Research shows that lots of people are intimidated by the hungry sharks who lurk around the showrooms. But remember, the key to the whole test drive experience is that you're in charge. You're the most important person in the equation, and you're under absolutely no obligation whatsoever. And after all, dealers selling a well-respected product like Volkswagen with an impeccable pedigree have got nothing to prove. They can afford to be nice people. I've got the keys. My new Volkswagen awaits. Before you step into your test car, just take a look at the build quality, the paint finish, and the overall appearance of the car. Looks aren't everything, though, so let's get out there, on the road. Now that's a definite indication of quality, the reassuring clunk of German engineering. The way that door closes is the epitome of the build quality of these cars. Inside feels good, stylish but solid and understated. Now let's get things right in here. Before setting off, make sure you're comfortable at the wheel. Adjust the seat to suit you. Check that the mirrors give you the best all-round visibility. Get the feel of the steering wheel. Good, that's the way I like it. Quick check round the dashboard, instruments in the classic Volkswagen layout, controls all to hand, a nice, solid, firm feel to the stalks and switches. There's no need to feel at all embarrassed about taking time to settle into the car. If you're comfortable, you'll drive more confidently and get the best out of the test drive. The dealer representative with you has done this many times before. He or she expects you to take a little time to settle in. And when you're actually on the move, drive as you would normally. Sensible, but not overcautious. Assertive, not aggressive. The whole idea of a test drive is to test the car. Okay, off we go. It's a good idea to experiment with the steering on your test drive. Make sure you can place the car exactly where you want it on the road. Light pressure for the clutch. Nice light throttle too. There's nothing worse than having to hold a heavy pedal down in traffic jams or on long journeys. Good positive gear change. And when you need some power to overtake, well, it's certainly there for you. Consider how well the car handles. You get the feeling the car's going to be on your side if you need to take evasive action. It should give you the confidence that it'll always be stable at speed, even in crossbins. And how about the brakes? They should be nice and smooth, allowing you to bring the car to a gentle, progressive halt without your passengers' heads nodding backwards and forwards. The pedal pressure should be positive and firm. So once you're confident that everything's just as it should be, there's only one problem: deciding which Volkswagen is right for you. If you're in any doubt, well, test more than one. Before booking your test drive, take some time to think about what you expect of a car. Do you do a lot of motorway driving, or do you use your car for short town trips? Do you need to have room for child seats? Or is a two-door cabriolet more your style? Well, there we are. 5 miles and 15 minutes later, we're back at the dealership. That's about the right amount of time and distance to drive the car at speed, in low gear, even in reverse. Think about how the car feels when you pull away in low gear. Find out how it corners, how much pull the engine has. Try the wipers, the hazard lights, the electric windows. Make sure you've had the time to really experience the car. Quick trip round the block in second gear is probably not enough. But you're still under absolutely no obligation. Make the most of the dealer representative. Pick his or her brains. Ask all the questions you need. After all, you're in control, you're behind the wheel, and they're a captive and knowledgeable audience who are employed to give advice. What do you want to know? Fuel economy? Perhaps the difference between petrol and diesel engines? Between manual and automatic? Perhaps you're most interested in second-hand values, in warranties, insurance, finance packages, service intervals and costs. The more information you can give him or her, the better advice they can give you. So, don't be afraid to use the checklist on the outer sleeve of this cassette as a guide on what you should ask. To arrange a test drive in a Volkswagen, well, just pick up the phone or drop into the dealer to fix a time. Even though you'll have thought about which model will best suit your requirements, it's well worth discussing your needs with the dealer. He or she will try to ensure they have the model you're interested in for your test drive. But they may well have alternative suggestions that could surprise you. Well, that's all from me. Just remember, some things in life have to be experienced to be believed.